Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. In this video, we will see how to design an app in Figma. So let's get started. So I am in Figma. So this is the app we are going to design in Figma. So I'm using the Pixabay concept. Okay. So I hope you know what is Pixabay. So in Pixabay you can download free images, video, audio to your design or anything you may be doing. Okay, so we are going to design a Pixabay app, just a concept. So I will create a new design file. First of all, I will name it as Pixabay. So the next thing, I'm going to create a frame. I'm pressing F to open the frame tab here. I'm going to click on phone and select iPhone 13 mini frame. After selecting the frame, you can see it's been displayed here. So I'm going to give the corner radius 20 and I'm going to change the background color to somewhat darker. Okay, and now I'm going to rename this as Pixabay. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a layout grid. You can see a grid appears, but we don't want this type of grid. So I'm going to select columns and the count should be 11 and the color it's okay, and make this a center. Okay, so I'm going to use the layout grid for the entire app concept and also for each frames. So the first thing, we are going to replace this fill color as image. Before that, I have collected the image here. I'm going to copy the image and paste it here, and I'm going to place it correctly. Okay, so this is the background, so I already given that. And the next thing, we need to import our Pixabay app logo. So here is the logo. You can also download it from the browser. So I'm going to change the color of this layout grid because I cannot see it's red color. I'm going to replace them with white. No, black. No, I will replace it with white and give the opacity to 50. Okay, fine. So you can see now it's aligned properly here. And the next thing, we are going to place a handbag menu here. So for that, I'm going to open a plugin called feather icons. If you want to download these feather icons, you can go to the Figma community and search for feather icons. Under the plugin section, you can find the feather icons in the very first place. So click on the feather icons. You can see it's opened. I'm going to search for handbag menu. Okay, I can see it here. So before that, you need to see here also the left side of your screen, because whenever you import icon from feather icons, it's been imported outside the frame, so you have to place it inside the frame. I have placed that inside of it, and the next thing, I'm going to place it equally between these two. Wait a minute, I'm going to, okay, I will change the color of this to pure white. Okay, now it's fine. Yeah, okay, so everything is fine. And the next thing, we need to add some content to this home screen. Okay, stunning images, no, stunning free images, and royalty, sorry, okay, royalty free stock. Okay, so I'm going to align them at the center. You can just drag this and you can see a red color line appears when it is perfectly aligned at the center, or else if you feel this is very confused and very hard for you, you can just see here below the design, the second option, you can see align horizontal centers. If you click on that, it will be aligned to the center automatically. So wait a minute, I'm going to change the color of this layout grid because I couldn't see anything. Let's change the color to what? Okay, I think now it's fine. Yeah, now I can see this. Now I can see these things, everything looks. And let's change this font to Roberto and give them bold and give them the size of 25. No, we have to give it less than 25, maybe 20. No, so let's try with 15. I think 15 will be 15 works. Okay. And the next thing, we need to write some more text below this. Over 200, no, 2.6 million plus high quality stock images, videos and music shared by our talented community. Okay, I'm going to place them in the center and change the size to 10. Now it's perfect. Let's align this to center. Okay, it's fine now. And the next thing, we are going to place a search bar here. So I'm clicking on to create a rectangle. So let's align them in the center, give them a corner radius of 10, and let's add some text inside this. Search free, okay, free high resolution photos. Okay, fine. Before that, I'm going to change this to regular and this to somewhat medium and give them, the color should be somewhat dull. Okay, 969696. So this is the color I'm giving to this text, and I need to create a search icon here. So I'm going to feather icons. I'm going to search for search icon. You can see I've inputted here, and at the same time it's been opened outside of, it's been placed outside of the frame. So I'm going to import it inside. Okay. Yes, okay, fine. So before that, please group everything. I forgot to group that. So let's group this first and place it at the top, and these two are contents. So let's let's change the size of this icon to 20. I think this is fine here. Okay. Okay, fine. And I will select these three and name it as search bar. Okay, now it's fine. Let's add some more text here. So free image by John Wesley. Let's align it at the center and let's create another rectangle for signing up. Give them a corner radius of 10 and add a text here. Sign up, it's free. Okay, let's properly align them inside this rectangle. So I think we need to change the color. So let's change the color to pure white. Yeah, now it's very good. Same for this. And for this rectangle, I'm going to just pick a color from here. Okay, and let's leave it as black. And at the bottom, okay, so at the bottom let's add some more text. Read more about Pixabay license and align them at the center. And let's change this to this color. No. Okay, now it's good. Yes, now it's very good. Oh, let's change this color. It's very dull. Okay, now it's great. And let's group them as name it as sign up. Okay, so place them in the correct order. So even if you open this project after several months, you can easily understand what you have done. So that's what we are doing grouping. So if you just place them in a collapse manner, you cannot be able to notice anything. So it will be like rectangle 1, rectangle 2, and you don't understand anything about that. So that's why we are grouping. So after grouping, you can easily understand, for this is the first group, and then this is for content, and this is the search bar, and this some line free image, and then this is the sign up button. This is for background, so you can easily understand. So we have successfully created a first screen, and the next thing we are going to create a sign up screen. So the same frame with the same, we are going to do the same. So let's give them a corner radius of 20, and let's name them as sign up. Okay, just copy this Pixabay content and place it inside this. You can't be able to see, but before that I need to import a background image here. So let's go to the plugins and search for Unsplash. And search for nature. you can see a lot of things. So I will select this. Okay, fine. I'm going to place it inside the sign up frame. Okay, now it looks very perfect. So I think now it's very good. You can easily see this Pixabay logo here. So I think I don't want to modify anything here. So let's add some content below this. Join Pixabay. Okay, let's change the size to 25 and align them at the center and give them a color of white. Okay, now I have aligned them properly. And the next thing, I think white is perfect. Okay, for this, okay, fine. And the next thing, zoom in and add some content to this frame. Already have an account. Login. So align them at the center and let's change this size to 15 and place them below the join Pixabay and give them the same color as white. Okay. So I think now it's perfect because those white text cannot be seen when it was like this. Okay, let's lock this because it won't disturb us when we click on this. Okay, so you can see an icon here. You can lock and unlock. If you lock this, it won't disturb you. After you unlock that, you can just edit that. Okay, fine, done. Next thing, let's create. Firstly, we are running out of time. Create a rectangle and place it at the center. Give them a color radius of 10, and for this color we will give dark blue. So this looks fine. What is the color? 183A7B. I'm going to import the Facebook icon here. I'm going to copy this and I will paste this here. Oh, sorry. I'm going to place it here, and let's write some text here. Join using Facebook. Okay. Let's group them and give them a name as Facebook. This is the background and this is Pixabay logo. Group them at the top. And the next thing, we are going to give the user to enter their name if they don't have a Facebook account. So or add some rectangular blocks here. Oh, I totally forgot to add the layout grid here. Let's add the layout columns and give them a count of 11, and make them at the center. And with this same, give them a color of somewhat black. Everything is fine till now. And okay, give them a corner radius of 10, and I will give the color of white. I'm pressing Ctrl D to duplicate. I'm going to place it to the opposite side, and next I'm pressing Ctrl D to duplicate again, and this time I'm going to place it below here, and I will give a very good space for the user to enter their email ID, password, and enter the password again. So at last let's create, okay, wait, I will just duplicate this and I will replace it here at the center. Okay, now I think we can remove the layout grid. So the size here is very small. What is the size here? Height is 34, only 25 here. So we will adjust this to 34. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now let's add some content. Before that, I'm going to place it equally. Okay, and let's add some content inside these blocks, rectangular blocks. First thing is first name. Let's change the size to 15 and place it inside this block. Let's change the size to db, medium to regular. Copy that and place it here. Last name, and duplicate again and place it here and type email. Duplicate again and type it as password. Duplicate again and type it as retype password. Fine, and for this one we will write a text, join now. You don't have to change the color for this. Let it be black and make them as medium. Okay, now it's perfect. Everything is perfect here. I'm going to group them entirely and I will place it below. Okay, so our sign up page is completed, and the next thing we are going to create a login page. This is very easy, so I'm going, just wait a minute. I'm not going to create a new frame and start it from the scratch. I'm going to duplicate this. I have selected the sign up frame here. I'm going to press Ctrl plus D, so now it has automatically duplicated. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the logo as it is, and for this join pics away I will double click and edit it as login, and I will place it at the center, and below that let's edit the text and replace them with welcome back. Okay, fine. And let's leave that login using Facebook as it is, and this or, so we will leave them as it is. So select this particular layers and delete that. Now it's showing only the required thing to log in. So you don't have to type your first name or last name, or you don't have to retype your password when you are logging in. So when you are signing up, you need to do those stuffs, but when you are logging in, email ID and password is enough to log in, or you can log in use your Facebook. So just place them here at the center. Okay, so zoom in and let's change the text here to login now. Instead of join now, it will be login now. Fine. Let's add a rectangular layer below, align them at the center, give them a corner radius of just 5, and click on stroke. And for the fill color, we will just minus this. We don't need the fill color for this, and give them a stroke color of white. And inside this white layer, just write a text. Don't have an account, join Pixabay. So let's change this size to 10. I think 15 will be very big. 10 is good. Okay, so let's change this to white color. At the bottom, we need to write a single line of text. By joining, you agree to the terms and privacy policy. Let's align it to the center, and the same, give them a white color. Now we have designed for the Pixabay first screen and sign up screen and login screen. Okay, this is the login screen. I'm going to name them as login. For this one, sign up. And the next screen will be very easy, not so much difficulties like last 3 screens. So click on the frame, add a layer here, give them a corner radius of 20, and copy this search icon which we have created in the first screen and place them here. Fine. I need to import another Pixabay icon. I will just paste it here, and I'm going to give this a black color. Let's add a layout grid, very important for this screen. Columns 11. Okay, fine. Zoom in this particular screen, and let's change this size to somewhat low. Okay, fine. So zoom in again. Let's change the text to 3D renders. Okay, and let's place a user icon here. I'm going to the further icons and search for user. Okay, I imported user. I'm going to place the user inside this frame. Okay, perfect. Let's change the color to this AE. Okay, so that's all for this upper screen. And next add some text below this. Sponsored images, sponsored images from iStock limited deal. %20 off with, sorry, I don't want this to be caps, off with Pixabay 20 coupon. Okay, I think now it's perfect. Let's change the color. Let's remove this layout grid. Okay, fine. Okay, let's change the color of this 20% off this color to red color, and for this to blue color. Okay, and next let's add a rectangle and give the size of 150 into 150, and we will place it here, and I'm duplicating that and I'm placing that here. Okay, so if you think 150 into 150 is very big, you can also edit the size of this. I think 150 into 150 is very big, so I'm going to give 135 into 135. Now it's okay, and select these two. Before that, we will just align everything properly. So for these two rectangles, we will give an image from iStock. So that kind of image you need to pay for that. So below that we will give images that are free. So I'm going to use a plugin called Unsplash. This is a very good plugin. You can install it from the Figma community. You don't have to open your browser and search for images by going to Pixabay or Unsplash. You can just, after importing the plugin, it's very easy to import your images here. You can just see here. I'm going to import an architecture here. See, within a second it's imported, so you don't have to stretch a lot. Okay, fine. These two are now ready. For this I need to do another thing. I will place a rectangle above this with the same 135 into 135, and I'm going to give the fill color completely to black. And the next thing, I'm going to reduce the opacity to 20, and then I will write a text called view mode plus view mode. Since it is black, you cannot see the text, but if you make the text into pure white, you can see that. So now it's perfect. So let's group them also and place it inside this stock images. Okay, above this. Okay, fine. And next, let's add a small content. So now we have completed our paid image content. Below this, we need to write content for free images. 61,837 free images of wallpaper. So when you search for wallpaper, there are 61,837 free images regarding this, and related images. Background, nature, HD wallpaper. Okay, now let's change color of these text to the same AE. Okay, fine. And next, okay, now let's add the same rectangle blocks below here, below this. Okay, zoom in, and the size we used for the rectangle is 135 into 135. Okay, so if you click button here, constant proportions, it will apply equal amount of width and height even if you give it for any one of the side. So for example, I'm going to disable this and I'm going to give the width 150. You can see height is 135. I mean height having changed. So if you click on this and again if you give this to 135, you can see the height is somewhat changes. It's going below 135. So in order to overcome that issue, we are doing this. So normally a rectangle will be 100 into 100. If you enable constant proportions and give a size of 135, it will be automatically applied to width and height. Okay, I will duplicate it again and I will place it opposite to it, and at the same time just check for alignment, because these lines are very easy for us to make alignments. They take care of that, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, fine. So the last thing we need to add is add images to this rectangles. So last time I have run the plugin called Unsplash. So instead of clicking Unsplash, I can also click run last plugin. You can see it's Unsplash is opening. So just click on wallpaper, click on the rectangle, and at the same time click on here. Only then the image will be fitted into the rectangle. If you don't click the rectangle and if you place the image, so I will show you, it will be like this. So you need to spend some time to adjust this. So why you are worrying about that? Just click the rectangle and click on the image. So the work is very simple. You don't have to go to your browser and search for images. You don't have to download it, and from here you don't have to go to the file and placing the image. That's a very big problem for you when you are doing with more images. If you are importing 1 or 2 images, then that's better, but try to follow this. So that's all, we have created our app. You can also create additional screens for this. So that's it. So I will group this at last. I will name them as free images. Let's group that, name them as free images. Okay, so that's it for this video. So I hope now you understand how to design an app using Figma. You can also design for Unsplash app. So I have designed for the Unsplash app. I have used the same concept here. So the same alignments, same thing I have used for Unsplash also. So you can also, I will create a video separately for that also, so you can watch that. So thank you for watching this entire video. So see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.